What's going on, everybody? Kyle here from United Softwash. I hope y'all are doing well. I'm just out here behind the house. You can see I got the smoker going. I got some hickory in there, just the old pellet smoker. Not gonna cook on the offset, but just out here at the house doing some barbecue chicken this evening with some homemade sides and stuff like that. And I thought, hey, it's a good time to jump on here since I got some free time, make a little bit of a video. And I was looking through my comments. Somebody a couple weeks ago asked for rookie mistakes, so I made a little outline of this video. We'll talk about 5 rookie mistakes that I made whenever I first started. And hey, some of these, 1 or 2 of these is pretty recent too, so you have to learn from them. But let's jump right into it. Peace. All right, story time. Rookie mistake number 1. It was a hot July day, 2020, and of all people, I was washing the pastor's house for my church. So it's one thing if you have a mistake or an incident at a regular customer's house. It's another if it's friends or family or someone you're going to see, let alone your pastor at your church. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, it was on my 3rd job of the day. I was rushing, trying to get down to the coast to visit family in Calabash, North Carolina. And on my 2nd job of the day, had a small little issue with my hose reel. And instead of taking the time to fix it like I knew I needed to, I just picked up about 50 or 60 feet of ag hose, the chemical hose, and it was like a big old bird's nest of hose. I just threw it in the back of the truck. At this time, I was using like a drop-in pressure washing skid with the Softwash system on it. So I just threw all that hose in, and on the side where the hose reel is, it's also the same size where that blend manifold is for your bleach and your soap and your water dial. So it either happened when I dropped all that hose in the bed or whenever I pulled it all out of the bed. I turned one of those knobs. It was the SH knob. And when I thought I was spraying a 1% mix on the back of this house, I was actually spraying like a 4 or 5% mix. Luckily, I had cooled down the siding prior to this happening. So the siding didn't get messed up. It was like hardy board just like this. And but the issue was I messed up the deck really bad. I jacked it all up. I noticed that the stain it was a solid stain. It was failing really bad. I saw my footprints everywhere, and then it just started coming up like it was like disintegrating. And before I knew it, it was just down to the bare wood. Looked really horrible, and it forced me to have those awkward texts because he wasn't there. So I was sending the messages and the pictures, letting him know what happened. And I just felt horrible about it. I lost a lot of sleep over this one, but at the end of the day, I made it right. I learned from it. And I did an after-action review. I do it every day. If whether it's a good day or a bad day, I do an after-action review. So the big things that I learned was, 1, don't cut corners. If something's broke that you could easily fix, do it. So that was the hose reel. Number 2, always do a self-check. If you're spraying chemical, like with a dedicated pump, do a self-check and ensure that you are on the right setting. That way you don't have an incident like this happen to you. And then number 3 is work in small sections, especially in the summertime when the houses are really hot, whether it's hardy board or it's vinyl. It doesn't matter. Cool down the siding. I had sprayed the back of the house and then went around to the side and sprayed the other side of the house with chemical. By the time I came back to rinse the back of the house, that's when I noticed how bad it was. If I had just been working on just that one side of the house, I probably would have noticed that there was an issue before it got as bad as it did. All right, guys, rookie mistake number 2. And I say rookie mistake, but this could happen. These things could happen to anybody, no matter how long you've been in business. We are finishing up a large commercial job. I'm out of state, and this is a big building. I had to get a really large lift to do it. My dad's down there helping. It's like an all hands on deck for this type of project. And it's 5 p.m., finishing up. Got beautiful before and after pictures. We're reeling up the hose reels. We're doing our final rinse on all of the plants, making sure they're all saturated and good to go. I've parked the lift in the parking lot. Did everything. We're about to leave. As I'm walking back to the truck, on the 3rd floor of this building, I noticed there's some SH solution on the glass on the corner and on the 2nd floor too. My guess was from where it was really windy and that last side of the building we were washing, it was whipping some solution around the side. So no big deal. I pull off some hose, ask my dad to go rinse it down. I cut the machine on for him. He's spraying for like 15 seconds. And he's frantically coming over it. He's saying something's wrong. I cut the machine off so I could hear him. And then my stomach dropped as soon as I got over there because we burned up an outlet. And we had just had tape on this outlet, so it's just one of them things like, freaking idiot. So I'm just like, I had to inspect the outlet. I used to be an electrical worker. I knew that it tripped the GFCI. I knew everything was good. We had no risk of burning down the building, so we didn't have to call the fire department and stuff like that. So I just had to have that awkward conversation with the property manager, you know, at 5 p.m. on a Sunday evening. So, and then I had to call the person who was the head person at that building and let them know what happened. Both of them didn't think it was a big deal at all. They're like, that's on us. That's the outlet cover. That's not your problem. But I know as a business owner and stuff like that, I should have retaped it, even though it had the weatherproof cover on there. So I got to own that one. You live and you learn. These are the type of things that make you a better business owner. So having incidents like that. Number 3, I got to go up in here first into Food Line. This is the 3rd time I've been at this grocery store today. I need some red wine vinegar for like my cucumber salad that I'm gonna have with this barbecue chicken. So let me grab that and we'll talk about number 3. Okay, I got the goods. I'm good to go home and cook. Rookie mistake number 3, and this one is a rookie mistake. And it's embarrassing too, because this is my mom's building. Like, she's the head person at this building for her company, and she needed me to wash the building. And she asked me to. She's like, you're not gonna mess up any of my landscaping, are you? I'm like, hell no, I ain't gonna mess up nothing. I'm like, I'm a pro. What are you talking about? I cover all that. They got, and she had just spent, I think they had spent like 25 grand on landscaping around this building. So we're covering all types of plants and flowers with plastic as we're washing the building, and making sure we don't, and there's mulch everywhere. That was a pain to work around too, all this fresh mulch and stuff like that when we were doing all the flat work. But we rinsed everything down, didn't burn up any plants. We hardly ever do. I think I burned up like maybe 2 plants out of over like thousands of jobs, like maybe burn up 2 plants before. So no issues. What happened was we were doing the flat work, and there's these really big rugs, like the doormats, and they're probably like 6 by 8 feet rugs at each entrance of this building. So we're doing the flat work, and I should have threw the rugs in the parking lot on the asphalt or on the sidewalk where we had already washed or didn't wash. But I threw them in the grass, and this was some really nicely manicured grass and stuff like that. And this is the middle of July, so it's hot as hell in South Carolina in July. I'm sure if any of y'all are in the southeastern United States, you know what I'm talking about. So we're doing flat work, and then I take a little break. I'm over there at the truck drinking some Gatorade, eating some Cajun boiled peanuts, just chilling, just taking my time, just chilling and stuff, kicking the shit, and talking with my dad and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, let's get these doormats up and do our final rinse of this concrete in the parking lot, and let's get the hell up out of here. Go get some crab legs and some shrimp and stuff like that. I really like getting seafood when I'm working down there at the coast. I pull them rugs up, and there was a 6 foot by 8 foot square of dead grass. And what's crazy is my mom had said, I guess she had big wigs coming like that week or something like that. She's like, you ain't gonna mess up my landscaping, are you? And I told my mom, nah, I'm a professional. I ain't gonna mess up your landscaping. Effed it all up. I effed it all up, y'all. All right, guys, rookie mistake number 4, and this one happened recently, and it happens to everybody. It's only happened to me one time, but I hear it happened to other people too. I got all the way to the job site, and this was 30 minutes away, only to find out that I didn't have my trigger gun on the wash truck. So I ended up just talking to the customer saying, hey, I hate to do this, but I'm not prepared. And they were cool with it. They were leaving anyway. They're like, will it be done by the time I get home? I was like, it'll be done. So headed to the house, got what I need, ended up having a nice breakfast, and I got back to the customer's property and took care of it. But it just goes to show you, always do your pre-truck inspection before you head out. Since then, I implemented a checklist, and I have it in the shop on my TV. So anytime I go out for the day, I run through a couple different lists to make sure I have everything I need and I don't get to the job site and look dumb. Could I have done the job without it? Probably, but I wanted to be comfortable. I wanted to have the equipment that I like to use. So that one bit me in the butt. I lost some fuel money that day. So that's number 4. All right, guys, we're almost done. Rookie mistake number 5 for me would have to be not keeping information for customers that I didn't convert. So I just want to say this, from the very beginning, I did the right thing in my business. I had a CRM, and I retained all of my customers' information. So their email, their phone number, their invoice, whatever their work order was, I have all of that information. But in the first year or so, all of the calls that I got where I did estimates for people and I didn't get those jobs, I took like offense to it. I took it personal. I'm like, oh, well, yeah, see y'all later. Good luck, you know, and I didn't even keep their information. That's a huge rookie mistake. And if you're making that mistake, you need to correct it ASAP. I've changed that. And now even if I don't land jobs or I don't convert that customer, I still retain their information and I put them in my CRM. And anytime that I reach out to my customers and I send out like mass texts and stuff like that, I make sure that those people that I didn't get the same text, because even if they don't use you this go round, maybe next year they'll use you, you know. For all you know, they might hire another company and that company just goes out there and drops the ball. And then next thing you know, they're getting all these text messages and mailers and different things like that from you. So retain everybody's information. So that's that. Let me spin this camera around. I'll show you this chicken I got on the grill. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. I wanted to throw in a couple things like property damage. I personally know how stressful that could be, but don't beat yourself up too bad. Like, down the road, years down the road, you'll laugh about some of these instances or look back on it and be like, hey, I really learned from that incident. You know what I'm saying? So don't be too hard on yourself. You can laugh about little stuff too, like forgetting a gun or showing up to a job site and not having bleach. I've heard that one too. Luckily, that one hasn't happened to me. I've showed up to a job site with bad bleach before. That happened. That actually happened when I was doing a class, you know. Did the driveway, did the house, everything went good, and then we did the roof wash and it just wasn't coming clean. It turned out we had bad bleach. Got some fresh bleach and it cleaned right up. So don't get too upset when things happen that don't go your way, because you're gonna live to wash another day. So let me show you guys this chicken. Since we're done talking pressure washing, guys, we'll talk cooking. When you do chicken, one of the biggest mistakes is everybody puts the grill on too hot or the smoker on too hot, and you end up burning your skin before the meat inside gets cooked all the way. So you'll have raw chicken and then you'll have a burnt skin on the outside and a burnt sauce. So what I like to do is I go low and slow. I put like an all-purpose seasoning, then I also mix in some like paprika and some more black cracked pepper and salt. And I put that on pretty generously, because then I mop it for the first hour it's cooking. That way I know that the chicken's gonna get cooked all the way through. I do it at low heat and I mop it with a Carolina vinegar sauce. And then when I know the chicken's almost probably 3/4 of the way done, then I'll start adding the real barbecue sauce, the thick glaze. And this sauce right here, whenever you turn the heat up a little bit, it's going to start caramelizing and you'll start getting that char on the outside. So one of my favorite dishes right here. If you're wondering where the breasts are, didn't have any tonight. To be honest, I like doing wings and thighs better anyway. I think the chicken's better. We'll check that in a minute. All right, that's a wrap. Got some really good looking barbecue chicken here. Got corn on the cob. I did baked beans in this tin right here from scratch. Did some brown sugar and bacon in there as well with some molasses. It's gonna be really good. And then I got cucumbers and purple onion and vinegar inside. And you can't do it without the coleslaw too. Got some fresh coleslaw. So I'm about to go in there and get after it. As always, guys, I really appreciate the positive feedback, all the comments and thumbs up and stuff like that. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell. That way you can get notified anytime I drop some new videos. I've been slacking in the past, so I've been really trying to ramp it up here lately. Just posted a really good video the other day talking about 8 reasons why your company might fail. So if you haven't checked that one out, go check it out. I'm gonna be giving back to a lucky person in that video, and someone's gonna get 55 gallons of Gold Assassin. So go watch that video and you'll learn how you can partake in that. And I also got some cool videos coming on Medusa. So stay tuned. I'm about to go eat this food, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.